Hey now, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I'm here doing my 31 days of horror movie reviews, and this is The Collection. The Collection is a 2012 film that is indeed the sequel to The Collector. This was directed by Marcus Dunstan, same guy who did the first film, same guy who's been involved in some of the Saw films and whatnot. This movie, it's my second time watching it. I saw this back in the theater ever so long ago, and I remember being very excited, very pumped, because when I discovered The Collector and how disturbing that was and scary that was, I couldn't wait to see the follow-up, couldn't wait to see the sequel, and I was disappointed the first time I saw The Collection. Do I have that same reaction? Do I like it more this time around? Do I dislike it even more? Well, before I get there, the plot is we see how the Collector took and kidnapped Arkin from the first movie. You basically see what happens with that. Not only that, but the Collector also kidnaps a new girl character who, she's very wealthy. Her father hires a team of mercenaries to go into his facility and try to find her and save her. What I thought of The Collection was I basically feel the same exact way as I did the first time I saw this. The movie doesn't suck. It's not terrible. It's not horrible. I've seen plenty of worse sequels, horror sequels, than this one. But I still am disappointed in some ways, and it all starts with the beginning. The very beginning of this movie goes so big and so over the top, where we meet our characters. Our main girl, Elena, played by Emma Fitzpatrick. Her and her two friends go to this nightclub, and the whole nightclub gets overtaken by the Collector. He has it booby-trapped. He has all these gadgets everywhere. He has this blender or shredder that shreds hundreds of people, it seems like. And it seems way too far-fetched that not only can this guy do this, seemingly by himself. We never see that he has any followers or anybody helping him. I'm not even talking about financially. I just mean physically, to build all of this contraption. I don't know. And also, when you see the front entrance of this nightclub, I would never step foot in a place with a back door like that. But, like I said, it starts off big. It starts off too big. And what I loved about the first movie, The Collector, was that it was small. It was so small that it was just a home invasion, or you're trapped inside this house. And yeah, it's booby-trapped. It has traps everywhere, but it felt at least more realistic. Maybe it's not realistic at the end of the day. Maybe if you broke down the first movie and their traps, that it would be too over the top as well. But conceptually, the way that they pulled it off, execution-wise, it worked for me. Where this second movie didn't. It felt like they just said, hey, we can do a bigger budget. Let's just go for broke and do it because we can. And they did. They clearly did. If you want the bigger body count, if you want to see people that you don't have any emotional attachment to get tore up and ripped apart, well, there you go. It's all here. And Emma Fitzpatrick, like I said, she gets taken by the Collector. We see Arkin, once again played by Josh Stewart. You see him escape his box. And I like this. I like that because most horror sequels, he would have either just been killed off between movies or killed off in the beginning or not much done with him. He's still the main character. And the moment when he sees Elena get taken and he has that hard choice, he does go the selfish route. And yeah, it's easy to say, oh, what a coward, but I don't blame the guy. He jumps out of there, escapes, he's in the hospital, and he decides that he'll help this mercenary team discover the location, find the warehouse where this guy is, but that's it. He's not wanting to go in there. They force him to go in there. He's a very reluctant hero, and so, again, he's not too badass, he's not too macho, I'm going to save the day. He's being forced and thrown into the situation. If you wonder why the hell would he go back after everything he's been through, again, it makes sense in the context of the story that they're telling. It always annoys me, though, that when he has that one scene with the actress that's supposed to be his wife, that's not the same actress from the first movie. And also, not just that, they never address what happened with the guy that she owed money to. That's the whole point of him breaking into the house and stealing money, or stealing the jewelry, is because she owed money. What happened there? We don't know. We still don't know. So when you get to this warehouse, it becomes a haunted house movie. There's booby traps everywhere. There's even a part where he has kidnapped people that he tortures and mutilates, rips their tongues out. He drugs up. He turns them completely insane and psychotic. Turns them into zombies in a sense, and he just sicks them out. They're like his personal human guard dogs, and it's sick. It's twisted. There's many moments, many death scenes, many parts where people are getting ripped apart, or limbs and blood and guts and gore. That is hard to watch. I guess that's what they're going for in a lot of ways. I'm not saying that I wasn't into any of this. It's just it doesn't get to the level of scares or creepiness that first movie did. It seemed like it just went big just to be big because it was a sequel. I like the actress that plays Elena. I do. She's really good. She could have overtaken the movie more, but I like that she seemed like she shared the main role with Josh Stewart. So the two of them, more so towards the end when they work together, I like that. I mean, I honestly could have seen more of that. This movie's very short. It's barely an hour and a half, barely, and that's with padding out of end credits and whatever they could do to make this seem longer than it really is. The ending, too, the only thing about The Collector, the first movie, is that the ending is a little downbeat and depressing. The second movie has a better ending. It has a more satisfying ending. I guess you could agree with that. The Collector himself, you could tell that they did some changes to the way his character is presented. First movie is a lot more creepy, a lot more kept at guard and weird, where this movie almost makes it seem like he's just a normal guy that does this on the side as a hobby. And I don't know, that's not the vibe that I got from the first movie. But either way, yes, I still have problems with it. I still have issues with it. I rewatch this now, and every issue that I had came back to me full force. It's still a decent time waster, I guess. It's not a movie that I hate or would complain about or would argue too hard on anybody that does enjoy it. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen The Collection. What do you think of it? Do you like it more than I do? Or do you agree? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Soul's taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask. With a decked up machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going? I'm going, you know. I know that the man in the mirror is my next rival. Time goes and I never thought I'd live it so fast.